Hi again everyone, Scott Platter here, and in this video I will be reviewing Mufasa the Lion King, which I saw last night with my whole family. You know, I figured, that would be a nice little thing to do with my family yesterday for Christmas, and it was a nice experience. I loved seeing this movie with my whole family. It was nice, and I am ready to give my thoughts on this movie. And going into this, Mufasa the Lion King, it's kind of interesting in the sense that the story is being told from Rafiki, and he's telling the story to Kiara, Simba's daughter, and also Timon and Pumbaa, providing colorful, funny commentary. And it's really interesting as it's kind of taking place like after the events of the Lion King, and then also this story is beforehand with Mufasa growing up with Scar. And I just think that the story itself, like I think it's really fascinating. I think the way the movie is structured is decent enough. I think it works. And also, the visuals, what can I say about the visuals? Wow, this movie is beautiful. The cinematography, just the way the movie looks is beautiful to look at. Similar to the 2019 remake, it's a technological marvel. Like, this movie is beautiful. And the animation that has been done here with the photorealistic lions and all the other animals too, it's just incredible what they've accomplished here. And I know that the director Barry Jenkins has never really done a movie like this before, but being the first film that's like this for the director himself, he did an incredible job with the visuals. And yeah, that's easily the best thing to praise about this movie, the visuals. And also, I liked a lot of the voice cast. This movie has a pretty star-studded cast. Some of the actors that voiced the characters from the 2019 film returned. Billy Eichner and Seth Rogen returned as Timon and Pumbaa. And I remember when I saw the 2019 film, I like those actors that have played Timon and Pumbaa. They're funny. I love those characters, and I always have. And I liked their commentary, like throughout the story being told from Rafiki, and just providing break points at certain times to provide some levity. And I just love those characters. And also, Aaron Pierre as the voice of Mufasa. This dude is getting around. Aaron Pierre. He was just in the Rebel Ridge movie with Anna Sophia Robb, and he's also just recently cast as as a version of Jon Stewart for the Green Lantern show that's being in development for the DC universe. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. And I think Beyonce, she does a voice in this, and it really shows like that the voice actors are decently good in their roles. Like, I thought it was great. And also Mads Mikkelsen as like the main villain in this movie, the big white lion, the albino lion. I thought he was a great voice too in this movie. I thought that was really cool. And yeah, I think this was a pretty solid film. It told a really good story. The story itself did not have any issues. Going into my issues, there was one song in this movie that I did really love. It's the one song that I really liked was the one between Mufasa and Carabi in the snow. I loved that song. But I wasn't a huge fan of the songs in this movie, if I'm being honest. Like even that one song between Mufasa and Taka near the beginning, like I wasn't a huge fan of that song. Wanted to be a brother, that one. I wasn't a huge fan of that song because I just kept repeating that same line of dialogue, and it just I don't know, something about it I just didn't really care for. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of the songs in this movie, if I'm being honest, other than that one song. And also, there was one other song with Zazu I really liked as well. But for the most part, I wasn't a huge fan of the songs in this movie, if I'm being honest. It's a tall order to try and recreate another iconic score in a Lion King movie. It's a very tall order, and you're never gonna beat the original in regards to the music. You're just not. There's just no way. And there was this one funny part, like with Timon and Pumbaa, where they were trying to sing Hakuna Matata, and I liked that, but at the same time, I think Timon was like Hakuna Mufasa. I mean, I thought that was funny, and it was the one song that I knew that I loved from the original. But other than that, I just wasn't a huge fan of the music. I just wasn't. I think, honestly, that this movie would have been better without the songs. Like, I know it's Lion King, I know it's Disney, but honestly, I think this movie would have been better without the songs. It didn't need to be a musical. But, yeah, I just wasn't a huge fan of the music this time around, except for that one song between Mufasa and Carabi. But overall, this was a good film. Like, it was. Like, I really enjoyed it. And overall, I think the story with Mufasa and how he rose to become a king, even though he didn't want to be king, was very moving. I thought a lot of that there was very powerful. And I also thought that Scar's turn and how his personality sort of switches. I mean, I understood it, but at the same time, just something about it just seemed like it went, like, it was like a switch. Like, on, he was, throughout the movie, I thought it worked. And then there's that switch in which his personality changes. And, I mean, it's believable, and I understand it, but at the same time, it just changes. So I liked Scar's character. I really did. It's just that personality just switched, and it just wasn't completely believable. So that's what I had to say about that. But overall, it was a decent film. I really enjoyed it. I do think that it is a slight improvement over the 2019 film, because I also liked that it was an original story. And yeah, I think it's a decent film. If I had to think of like what grade I would give it, I don't remember what grade I gave the 2019 remake, but I think this one would probably be like a B plus for me. I think that'd be my grade for this movie. So yes, that is my review of Mufasa the Lion King. It's decent, but I just think it would have been better without the songs. I really do. I think it would have been better if it wasn't a musical. That's what I had to say about that. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.